Inside the Classroom is brought to you by NYSUT, a union of more than 600,000 professionals dedicated to education, human services, and healthcare. NYSUT is proud to partner with parents in advocating for what students need. We stand for excellence in public education from preschool through post-grad. Find us online at nysut.org.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Inside the Classroom. My name is Ashli Dreher, and I'm here with Jason Gielow, a teacher at Starpoint. Jason, tell us a little bit about what you teach here at Starpoint.
I'm a high school English teacher. I teach primarily 9th grade English. I've taught anything from 9th to 12th. I have been at Starpoint for 16 years. Started as an elementary teacher, and I got my master's in English, and it brought me up to the high school. Starpoint built our beautiful auditorium about 10 years ago. And the musical program was just really kind of going through some changes. And moving up to the high school, there was an opportunity for me to jump in and become the director, producer of the show. So for the past 9 years, my room is right across the hallway, and the auditorium's right here, so it became almost like a fitting glove, you know.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So tell our audience a little bit about the other roles you play in addition to being an English teacher. What are some of the courses that you teach, and also the extracurricular type of roles you have here at Starpoint High School?
Well, I would love to. I've taught everything from science fiction literature, 10th grade lit, ELA, but I teach primarily just English 9, but I still get Romeo and Juliet, a lot of great theatrical reads in there, and I get to teach the kids drama still in the classroom. Extracurricular around Starpoint, you'll find me at the new football field. I announce the football games out there. I'm involved with, actually today I'll be doing a unified basketball game after this. Announcing that, I like entertainment. I like to be a good public speaker, and but just getting involved in the school extra. I also am a PTA liaison out here. I volunteer for all sorts of things. We do dances, whatever, and so I do as many extracurriculars as I can. But primarily, Drama Club runs all throughout the year. We take field trips to Niagara University to see their shows, Lockport to see their Romeo and Juliet was phenomenal this year, and we also have every day after school on Wednesdays trainings. Like you'll see me working with some kids with dialogues from Romeo and Juliet, or monologues and soliloquies. So we do that and play theater games, just teach them the ropes backstage, literally the ropes too. And then when it comes to musical club, I developed this program 9 years ago when the district finally gave some good funding towards a musical program. They have put us on the level of about junior varsity sports. I get paid about the same as an assistant coach for the football team or a junior varsity hockey coach. Right. Anyway, they stepped up though and created these stipends. And what that did was that allowed me, I'm a producer, there is a director, there is a vocal director, there is a pit director, costume designer, stage crew, stage set designer, and I'm probably forgetting another one, a choreographer as well. And I also have an assistant producer too that we brought on, paid for by the club. So we have all these positions now as directors that really are here. They're minimal pays. One of them, like a choreographer, gets paid about $1,300, which is definitely less still than cheerleading coaches and other things like that. But it gets her here for 4 months, 2 days a week, and she teaches choreography to these kids. As a team as a whole, as a producer, I schedule the kids what days they're doing choreography, vocal, and then staging and blocking directing. And then on top of it, we have some 50 kids involved in the cast. Then we have about 50 kids that want to be in stage crew. So we have to teach them how to work safely, building sets, the thing you're sitting on right now, this box seat area, we built for Phantom of the Opera. Our kids and fathers actually built this. This is where Belle and Beast actually read their books this year for Beauty and the Beast. And this box seat was built by fathers. And a trained technician, an engineer from BOCES actually comes in and looks at the infrastructure of everything we build here at Star Point to make sure it's built safe for the students, that it's built to last. And my father was an engineer, so this kind of set tech stuff, I love it. But we get 50 kids involved, and for just stage crew. 10 kids a day, Monday through Friday, come in and work with this parent that's a set designer. And on Saturday, we have dads come in too. And we get 10 to 12 dads in here every Saturday, and we paint and build. It's crazy.
Sounds like it is quite the endeavor to direct a school musical. It's 4 months out of the school year, so.
And that's by choosing. Some districts take 2 months and they try to put it out. I feel like at the 4 month, the kids really get into their character and their role. So that's my doing. I want that level of expertise. I want that level of just them really fitting into their character by the time they do that. So in a 4 month program, yeah, it's a heavy undertaking, but you know, I choose to make it that level.
And there's a lot of moving parts to it as well. You're putting together a schedule not just for 50 kids, but for 100 kids.
Right.
So you have to schedule in the choreography time and schedule in the time to build the sets. And there's a lot that goes into what our audience is going to see.
I'd like to point out one more thing too, because the thing you didn't mention, a third element, is pit. And some schools do rent or pay professionals to come in. We try to have an all-student pit band, other than maybe a piano player. Our pit director as well is another element that in the last 3 weeks of this, we have to get the pit that's been practicing all this time on their own, the stage crew that's been doing their own thing, and the cast. And it's like, sometimes there's a train wreck, but when it finally comes together, the production, we have about 2 weeks of tech week, and it just becomes the magic on stage.
I've heard they're phenomenal.
Thank you.
The productions are phenomenal, and you actually have a pit director. How many students does that involve?
Our pit has had anything from on the small side of 16 to 18 up to 30 students in the pit. And actually, right next to us here, our pit at our school is one of the few in Niagara County that will actually go all the way into the ground in front of the pit. In front of the stage, excuse me, and it can also elevate. I can elevate platforms as thrust stages, so the pit can actually be under the stage, like in real Broadway settings.
Yeah.
So
wow.
quite a
That
setup
is
here at Star
really
Point
neat.
for our
Star
instrumentalists.
Point,
Yeah.
Star Point's really has a gorgeous theater, and we'll
Thank
show
you.
some clips as well. Some film.
We'll take a little tour here for you.
Yeah, we'll take a tour in a
And
minute.
see how
That's
we
a
have
great
backstage and
idea.
everything. Okay.
So I think now what we're going to do is see a little clip from either Beauty and the Beast or Phantom of the Opera. Mr. Gielow
Yeah,
is
we
nice
can give you a
enough
couple
to
of
give
those.
us some DVDs of his shows, and we'd like to show off the final product of Beauty and
Thanks.
the Beast and Phantom of the Opera.
Cogsworth, the girl, she's gone, but I swear I never left my...
She's standing right next to me.
Mademoiselle Chérie.
This is Lumia. Stop that!
Sorry.
Is there anything we can do to make your stay here more comfortable? Anything at all.
I am a little hungry.
Except that.
Cogsworth.
Well, you heard what the master said.
Oh, pish tosh. I'm not about to let the poor child go hungry. Take a seat over there, dearie.
Fine. Glass of water, crust of bread, and then...
Cogsworth, I'm surprised at you. She's not our prisoner, she's our guest. We must make her feel welcome here.
Fine. Dinner. But keep it down. If the master finds out, it'll be our necks.
Yes, of course. But what is dinner without a little music?
Music?
Ma chérie, mademoiselle,
No,
it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you here tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as a dining room proudly presents Jodina. Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie a napkin round your neck, chérie, as we provide the rest. Soup du jour, hot orders like we only live to serve. Try the grace stuff.
Oh, it's delicious.
Don't believe me? Ask the dishes, the concerns, the commandants. After all, miss, this is France. As you do not hear, it's never second best. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glass and then you'll be our guest. We are guest, be our guest. We're prepared and served with flair, a culinary cabaret. You're low, you are scared, c'est breakfast unprepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flats was entertaining.
We tell jokes.
Well, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bear. Come on and lift your glass to order a free glass to be our guest.
If you're stressed, it's fine dining, we suggest.
Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
Yeah, that's fine with me. While the cops do their soft shooting, I'll be bowling, I'll be brewing, I'll get warm, I'll be hot. Heaven's sakes, is that a spot? Heat it up, we want the company impressed. We've got a lot to do. Is it one up or two? But you are guest. She's our guest. She's our guest. She's our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest.
We get you started early. We stay with you in middle school. We see you through graduation, college, and beyond, realizing potential every step of the way. We're New York State United Teachers, 600,000 professionals dedicated to excellence in public education. But that's not all. We also provide healthcare and human services to New Yorkers of all ages. We're NYSUT, caring for patients, working for students, working with our communities.
All right, Mr. Gielow, tell us a little bit about the showcases that you have here commemorating some musicals that you've done in the past.
Yeah. In 2012, we did Titanic, the 100th anniversary of the sinking of the ship Titanic. Phantom of the Opera, which we went to the Kenny Awards for, and we won 4 awards that year for that show. This year, Beauty and the Beast, which we have to get that one all updated in our window box here. But again, we went to Kenny Awards.
Tell us what that is. What are the Kenny Awards?
Kenny Awards are a program that recognizes schools from Western New York at Shays Buffalo. There's a $5,000 grant to the winner from the Lipke Foundation, and that really is a game changer. $5,000 towards our budget can really do something on stage for us. And we've applied over about 5 years. We've been there twice, and this year we brought home 2 awards. I'm very proud of Jake Greer. He played LeFou in this year's show, and he's a great. He won supporting actor, and we won technical design as well.
Inclination to a battle of balloons. She'll be my bride. She'd rather die than have her daddy ossify in my sword. So both the church raised glasses high to the Maison Okay, first, wait, let me give you some pointers here before we do it again. I'm going to turn this monitor so that you can hear it better. And remember, from here, what's really cool about this spot, directional straight down, check
you guys just watch Owen's face too. Watch, check this out. From this location and a spot direct down, if he's down here, he's totally shadowed. And this has nothing to do with your scenic design kids or anything else. This is all on you and the actor. Whenever you're here in the spotlight, slowly bring your head up a little bit. That's you. Yep, stop there. And now you can see that we've got silhouette of his eyes. Any facial features, giving shadows, providing shadows here. And as he comes up totally further, now he's got total bright light, right? So it depends on your character, what the line is and what you want to see. If I want to be angelic and looking up and the heavens are looking down at me, I can simply have the full light on my face. If I want to have that kind of profile here, and if I want to be totally dark, I'm down. It's all like from that direct lighting from above. But at the very end here, I think all of you, if you're just straight out at that audience, you're all going to get those silhouettes from the, the facial features of your brow, your cheekbones and things like that. It'll really be highlighted also by your makeup, which your makeup will be very dark and evil as well. Okay, so let's go from the top again. Jess, can you cue from the beginning of the song? Pull back, because yeah, he's more in the dark. There'll be even more red lighting over him specifically, and then we'll go through from the top. Yeah. Why are you down on the floor again, Jake?
Because I was just passed out.
Because you just passed out.
Yeah.
From?
A punch.
From a punch. All right, and so that's good.
I'll be thwarted and denied my honeymoon. For the pretty thing I've courted refuses to swoon.
Look out at the audience.
So the time has come for the plan for which I turn to a murky man
To find that fiend we're better
than the Mason Daily.
I don't see my tattoo.
Make sure we can hear the...
I don't see how I can be of use. For I lock people up, I'm not a lonely heart.
Crouch down more.
I'm a cold, cold fish, I'm a nasty, vicious dream. Please speak.
Come over here so that we can...
It's Val's father, who's your client. She adores the old buffoon. She'll be forced to be compliant.
She'll dance to your tune.
Stay down. Keep your
Get the daughter through her dead. Just announce the old boy man.
Was she slammed up in your head?
Mason,
Do I make myself entirely clear?
it's the simplest deal of my whole foul career.
Put Maurice away and she'll be here in moments. In a dreadful state, she'll capitulate to me.
Oh, I love it. Castration. I don't ask a platoon.
So apply your inclination to a mad old buffoon.
So we would better learn goodbye.
So be my bride.
She'd rather die than have her daddy
Ossify in my sordid saloon.
So but the church raised glasses high to the Mason
We're back on Inside the Classroom with a boat from Phantom of the Opera. Mr. Gielow is going to tell us a little bit about how they made the scene that you'll see from Phantom of the Opera involving the boat with the main character, Christine.
Yeah, basically the boat design, we've used a lot of roping in the past, in the first like 5-6 years of our plays to pull things off stage. One of the fathers came up with, why aren't we using a wheelchair base? You can just drive it around. So literally, we just took a whole wheelchair base apart. Christine wants to go forward. She moves that mechanism. It can do a full 360 turn. And we mounted this inside of here. Underneath this boat is an entire wheelchair base. Since then, we've used it in Phantom of the Opera. We used it as well for High School Musical 2. There was a stage where Sharpay drove the stage around on stage while Troy Bolton's like, whoa, where are you going with this? And she's driving the stage. And finally, this year, we used our motorized cart inside of Chip. And Chip's little teacup head on his tea cart moved all around. It looked like magic, like he was floating on the stage. It just had an infrastructure of a $300 thing I got off Craigslist.
Wow, what a great idea for
Thanks.
other theater directors in our area.
Yeah,
too.
it's a great technique.
All right, Mr. Gielow is going to take us on Inside the Classroom on a little backstage tour. So let's see the theater and what happens behind the scenes.
Here at Starpoint High School, we were really lucky during a big capital project to put on this edition of a really great theater. Backstage, the wing space we have at Starpoint is second to none. We have one of the largest prosceniums in Western New York. And backstage, you can actually see all of the counterweight balance systems that we have for our all the drops and things that we have above. Backstage, the season's over at this point, but if you want to come around here, you'll actually see some of the walls from Phantom of the Opera, the glass, which we also used in this year for the prints. This is the backside of a door, but you could see other props painted on the backsides of things that we turn around and manipulate and maneuver. Okay, the proscenium arch is actually, when you're looking at the stage from the audience, you'll see the big brown kind of border that basically frames what the stage will look like. And ours is over 40 foot wide. So when we paint drops and actually build drops that we have all hanging above us here, we have to go with like a 50 foot wide drop, 17 feet tall. And the fly space that we have back here, some schools the ceiling is not high enough for a full fly, but what we have here on our counterweight system is the ability to fly an entire weight system up about 60 feet in the air and bring down a drop that is also 17 foot tall. So this counterweight system back here, millions of dollars in infrastructure, but the investment there will be used by students in here for a long time. We've actually let Lockport High School come here when there was under construction. They did their show here as well. And it's just something that is just such a value to Starpoint that I thought, I'm not going to let this sit here unused. You know, 9 years ago, when the program was kind of a little in disarray, I was like, this needs to be utilized by these students.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came, that voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And do I dream?
this is our high school lobby, and this is the fine arts and athletic lobby. You'll see around us not only artistic stuff, budget vote is tomorrow, so we're setting up some art out in the hallways. But over here to our right is our auditorium. And this auditorium, like I said, built about 11 years ago to seat 1,100 people. So we actually can house our graduation here and other things like that. Right on the right of us is our gym, which is actually a triple gym. It can be closed into 3 gyms. And today they actually have unified basketball going on here. You want to know a little bit about that?
Yes. What is unified basketball?
Well, basically another extracurricular that's just like I think theater really welcomes in students of all types, of any ability. Theater does that, so does unified basketball. And that's why I'm announcing the game tonight. I love the kids that are there. It's for anybody that doesn't make basketball and wants to play. But it's everybody from special needs to regular students, and the compassion that each kid shows. Everybody gets a chance. They take the time to shoot. It's a wonderful event.
I'm a special ed teacher, so
Yeah.
I love the fact that you include students with special needs in your shows, but also work with them after school.
Yeah,
in the unified
stage crew,
basketball.
whatever we can do to get them involved, because this is where they need to be. The school is a place to keep kids safe, and where, the more you're at school, the more you want to be here, the better you're going to be as a student too.
And that's what I love about public education. In public education, I don't know if our audience is aware, but we take every student, regardless of their abilities, regardless of their disabilities. Every student in a public school is welcome, and we work with students of all ability levels. And that's
we
what I
don't get to
love
choose
about-
our students here. Public education, they're all welcome, and our extracurriculars here at Star Point make sure they all fit in.
Yes. Thank you very much.
My
It was
pleasure.
a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
We get you started early. We stay with you in middle school. We see you through graduation, college, and beyond, realizing potential every step of the way. We're New York State United Teachers, 600,000 professionals dedicated to excellence in public education. But that's not all. We also provide healthcare and human services to New Yorkers of all ages. We're NYSUT, caring for patients, working for students, working with our communities.
Inside the Classroom is brought to you by NYSUT, a union of more than 600,000 professionals dedicated to education, human services, and healthcare. NYSUT is proud to partner with parents in advocating for what students need. We stand for excellence in public education from preschool through post-grad. Find us online at nysut.org.